Grateful for the overwhelming support in the last 24 hours with these gifted memberships. Seriously, 100 memberships in 24 hours. Didn't I tell you this was going to happen? I knew it. And thank you guys for that. Thank you for living up to what I thought was going to happen. Seriously, pretty awesome that people have supported in this way. I appreciate it. However, I do have to emphasize something, all right? Tips are very important to me in my business, and here's why. Tips are the liquidity of my business. And what I mean by that is that's the cash flow that I get that I can use to spend on things on a daily basis. If I need to buy a new game today, tips pay for it. If I need to buy something for the business, tips pay for it. Bills and stuff behind the scenes, generally tips pay for that. The Nintendo Online that I'm going to get on the Switch, tips are going to pay for that. Okay? Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, grocery shopping, tips. If I have a meal with my wife, tips. You see? The tips are very important. So I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me in a bad situation. And in particular, and I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Laughing my ass off, laughing out loud. Why are you laughing?
Yo, I love DSP so much. Like, listen, I know that DSP has become somewhat of an internet legend. He's pretty much one of the lolcow supreme at this point. I personally was a young man, a young individual who got caught into his playthroughs, his videos. I love DSP. Unironically, I love DSP's content so much. Over the years, as he's transitioned to a live streamer, it's changed a little bit, you know what I mean? Things became a little bit different, where every 5 minutes there's an advertisement. You're watching a video on YouTube, all of a sudden you're being asked to donate with your PayPal, shit like that. But I have to say, I love the consistency of DSP, where whenever I've noticed there's like a cycle or like a behavioral trait of DSP associated with the amount of money he's making. Whenever DSP got money in the bank and it seems like he has cash flow coming in, his toxicity has a fucking ridiculous limit. Like, it will go through the roof sky high. Like, when DSP was down bad, like when he was really down bad, his house was about to get repossessed. His condo in Connecticut was about to get repossessed. I know I just said he was down bad, but how do you have two houses and you're down bad? I don't know. He somehow was able to put himself in a situation where he had two houses. And that was like, woe is me. What do I do with all this property, right? He's like Mr. Monopoly, don't know what to do with his houses. So DSP was so humble. He's like, guys, you know, Mr. Positive, want to keep it positive. You know, if there's memes, there's anything, you know, we'll keep it positive. But, yo, DSP been getting a lot of money lately. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what kind of supporters DSP has. Like, he might be a secret prophet that God didn't tell us about in the Bible or the Quran. Because, like, I've never seen people follow a man so blindly and so faithfully like the people that donate to DSP. Now let's be honest here, right? When DSP was on Twitch, I gave him my free Twitch Prime subscription, right? I paid my dues to DSP, but now we're realizing and we're learning that don't even really matter, because as you can see here, these members go. So all these different things that you may be looking at, if you're a normie individual, you're like members, tips, what is this? So tips is basically a keyword to say my bank account. You give me money from PayPal, I can use it immediately on my bank account. And then things that are like members or subscriptions are things that are kind of like your paycheck. You get it every 2 weeks or every month. That's some whack shit, right? Imagine like trying to wait 2 weeks to get your paycheck when you could get it today, right? So for these members, each one represents, I think, $5. I think it's the same as Twitch and YouTube. So $5. So I think he has like 500 now, so that's about $2,500, right? Now, $2,500, that's a nice chunk of change, you know what I mean? It's decent, but that's not money now. DSP needs money now. He's like fucking JG Wentworth. It's his money and he needs it now. Cough it up. Bro, I love the fact that I'm telling you, I think DSP opened up a 401k account. He has money like saved. He's been investing. Like maybe he did like a really good investment with Tesla lately. He bought some puts on that fucking market decline. And he's just got like a cash reserve. Because the only time I see DSP get super toxic like this and get real scary is when he got money in the bank. Because when he's down bad, when he's like, oh, you know, I really need the money, let's keep it positive, don't worry about that. If they're laughing at me, we can ban them, ignore it. Like, I love this, by the way. This is the most entertaining thing in the world. And I honestly, I don't know how, like, again, I don't know how he's able to continue to strive and survive. So if you don't know, DSP has basically been on technically an economic decline since like 2015. And a lot of it has to do with people hating him that used to love him. And you could go down, there's little like documentaries that are hours long. It's basically DSP being toxic, people turning against him trying to win over some people, use some sorcery to get some followers back. It's like Age of Empires. You know how like you convert the enemy forces to your own? He just went out there like, whoa, he got him. He got him in his bullpen. He converted him. And continually he would do this. And even now, like, I'm sure there's going to be some people who, you know, are donating these memberships, which is, you know, dude, like, $5, I know, like, this is going to sound crazy, but $5 membership or 1 gallon of gas, your choice. Do you want 1 gallon of gas or do you want a $5 membership? That's basically the choice you're faced with right now. And by the way, what I love about DSP is, like, it's literally the beginning of a recession, and he could care less. Like, he's literally like, listen, guys, you know, I have taxes. I don't know if you guys even know what taxes are, but I got to pay my taxes. I have bills, guys. I have this thing called bills. Like, DSP literally talks like he's the only person who has taxes and the only person who has bills. Like, I love this dude. But I got to say, DSP, I love the content. I love the toxicity. I was literally just watching a clip of how he continues to say that you can't stop. Like, the tips are so important. The memberships, they're good for the future. They're good for like 2 weeks to a month, but we can't wait that long. We need the money now. We need the money in the bank now. Give me the bag so I can deposit it. God bless DSP. I don't know who donates money to DSP so wholeheartedly and so consistently, but it really is a beautiful thing because technically, like on paper, like DSP has lost subscribers. He's lost viewers, as you can see from the like to dislike bar. He's losing some clout as well. But what's amazing is that at every step, his loyal followers, some people call them pay pigs. I think that's disrespectful. I would say they're more like pretty much like Jesus Christ 12, like that 12 group of disciples. I would say it's more like that because they're just so dedicated to the cause of Darkseid Fell. And I would really like to see a chart of like, if you were to look at DSP's economic chart of what he produces in terms of money, I think that's gone down over time. But the people who donate to him in memberships and tips and super chats, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I think that has gone up exponentially. So it's at the point right now where like DSP is basically the stock market in 2020, where like technically not a lot of products were being made, not a lot of things were being produced, the GDP was pretty low, but the Federal Reserve was just cashing them, was just pumping those cash reserves right into fucking the market. They were like, boom, 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 don't worry about it. We gonna buy oil, we gonna buy all this bullshit, we gonna make you rise to a new high. But eventually the money runs out, the balance sheet eventually got to get cleared out. And as we can see now, interest rates are going up, recession's around the corner. I really wonder if DSP ever gets to a point of continuing to do what he does, and there is an actual recession, you know what I mean? Like if Young Jeezy drops the recession 3, because he already did 1 and 2, like it's confirmed we've had 2 recessions so far. If he drops recession 3, and these people who are donating this money and are giving this to DSP, will they still be able to donate? Like does Bezos, Musk, and Bill Gates donate to DSP? If that's the case, he might be okay. But if a recession really hits, man, I don't know what DSP is going to do. Because if a recession hits and if people don't have money to donate, I literally don't know what DSP is going to do. Like, if I lived his life, I think I would have so much anxiety, I would throw up at the thought that I literally need to go on a camera and dance like a puppet in order to get donations to then live for the rest of my life. But I'm going to be honest with you, I can't even cap. My goal in life is to become financially stable. Right now, I am a rat living in a cockroach neighborhood trying to upgrade to a mouse. So hopefully once that happens, I'll have enough cheese for myself and DSP. And I gotta, listen, I've watched DSP since 2010. The least I could do is give him some bits, give him some members, whatever makes him happy, I want to give it to him. But right now I'm down bad, I'm broke, and I can't do it. And for that reason, I am a piece of garbage. So let me just say, DSP, I love the toxicity. I know his bank account is looking fat. It's looking large. And the WWE Champions downloads, I've never seen them higher. My man is out there getting every Hulk Hogan variant in existence. God bless DSP. And thank you to the people who continue to donate to this living legend.
At the end of every single video, make sure you ask people to rate and subscribe to your content. It makes them feel like they're involved even though they're really not. And most importantly, make sure they comment on every single video. If you have to, disguise it. You know, call it something like the question of the day. And really make them think you're gonna really read it when you really don't have to. Ha ha ha!